Hi everybody, welcome back to IronMan episode 15 with me, Sid, and here I am in my shiny new copper armour, and it's a bit growly out there, so we're still waiting for the leather to cure. I had a little bit, I spoke last episode about using this peninsula here as a kind of a building site where we can things. The problem is I had a scout around and I tried to make some of the slopes vertical, and the problem we have is collapse. Everything was just collapsing on us left, right and centre. So I really could use some building materials. I could go out and get clay and cobblestone. That would be one option for us. I could also go out and have a hunt for some ruins. So there's a couple of things we can do. I'm going to grab that. We've got everything equipped. It's not quite daytime yet, but we are going to go out for a little wander, and we're going to head up. I don't think that is a ruin. That looks too just like flowers or something. I think it's. However, there is up here a nice old desert which looks entertaining, and then there's stuff heading off. I think that is just a gravel patch, but we'll head up this way and we're going to have a little explore and have a look around. The current rift activity is apocalyptic, hence why, it's a bit of a growl fest out here. But as soon as the light comes up, sun comes up, these guys will lose interest in me, and everything should be good and happy. So that's where we are. Once we've got past all of these guys, I may take my armour off, I may not. The armour adds to my hunger rate and slows me down, and it is a cumulative effect, so each piece of armour reduces my move speed by 3%, so a total of 9% in move speed. My healing is 30% less effective. My hunger rate is 24% higher. 124, yep, and my ranged accuracy, my ranged charge speed goes down, so lots of negatives. You can't get me in there, mate. But let's go for a run. I know I can. Yeah, wow. Persistent little buggers, aren't they? So what we want to do is we want to head out this way and see what we can find. I do like exploring in this game. This is definitely a game that I like exploring. I obviously do like building because you may have noticed. I mean, it's no secret that I do a bit of building now and again. But exploring is fun too. But that is the issue I have with building on these tall things. Is that the ground just wants to collapse out from under you constantly. So, was there some copper over here? I don't recall that. Oh yes, well, okay, well we don't need to mine copper right now. I've got my bronze pick on me anyway. I should really be ready for anything unpleasant. Like these piggies could get unpleasant. They probably won't if I scutch past them nice and quickly. Oh look, goat. Something I've never tried. Well, something obviously I've never bred with them before because there's this other than the vintage story. This is my first rodeo in 119. The Rusty Gear server. That is not vintage story. Duh. There is a quartz geode here, but it's a quartz geode. It's not going to give me anything useful. It's just a pretty curiosity. So that's just flint, isn't it? yeah, so we'll, well, I'm going to mark this clay because, you know, marking all the things on the maps are a good idea. Now, as I say, this is IronMan episode 15. It is also, if you're watching on the day of the release, I don't want to do that. Oh yeah, I haven't got that either, have I? Hang on. Map, boop, blue clay. You get used to some of the features in the modded series that such that when you haven't got them, you suddenly notice it. But forage. Should I forage? What are you? You're just a log. That's one thing you do find, especially with this, with the death penalties. You are paranoid about everything, right? That's me. In fact, I'd like to kind of come that way and try and clear the forest in as fast a time as possible. The armor is. Sorry, I thought I heard a bear. The armor is good. Makes me feel a little bit safer, but at the end of the day, I'm only rocking flint arrows. It's not the best bow. It's just the middle bow, middle quality bow, and I should have really grabbed that as well. I should have done that before. Ooh, that little ruin. These are ruins. Hello. So one of the thoughts about these ruins is that I could use the ruins as a source of building blocks. You are a food vessel, which means you're just going to give me a whole load of grain, rice, okay. That all of it? Yeah, I mean, some of this won't be mineable, but other bits will definitely be mineable. And this will give me the material I need to shore up the edges. Oh god, I really do not like this stability thing. It's awful. Thought I heard an animal of the unpleasant variety. I wasn't anywhere even near that. How did that hit me, huh? But yeah, so this gives me options at least for, you know, some shoring up materials and relatively inexpensive because I'm only using this copper pick for these. So I'm going to grab these blocks quickly, or as many of them as I can without killing myself with falling dirt, and well, I'll be back in a second. Alright, I only stopped for a stack. I'm not that fascinated by the act of mining cobblestone that I want to do it for any length of time. I haven't quite got used to the sound of my new footprints yet. Just looking at that, that on the map looks suspicious, but it's actually nothing. Okay, that's fine. At least we are coming out into more open territory, so that in theory is a good thing. I also should go and grab those down. Those are going to be the next thing that goes off in my inventory, and but forage should be good. It's it looks, oh man, this is some gnarly ground. This is unpleasant. Doubly so with all of the collapsy, blocky stuff going on. I wonder whether I'm better off trying to get out that way and find myself a way out. Because, yeah, not fun. Anyway, I'm going to keep going. I mean, the ruins, obviously the ruins are vanilla, because everything in this is vanilla. The few client-side mods I've got, which I think largely comes to be the zoom mod. I think that's probably the full extent of the mods, and that was only by accident because I think this instant had it installed, and I forgot about it. But clearly it works, so that's fine. Yeah, I'll be back in a moment. All right, here's the desert that we were heading towards. I can't see anything. There is a ruin there, I think. We will head that way eventually. That looks like more of a ruin in some respects. It's probably not great. Again, vanilla ruins, they're usually not that awe-inspiring, but maybe that's just me being spoilt by better ruins, eh? So there's that. There's no point me really looking for meteoric iron because I need iron first. Well, again, I've not brought my pro pick. I really need to get into the habit of picking that up on the way out. But deserts are interesting because you can sometimes see surface ores a lot easier. So, you know, it has got that benefit. The downside is the ores are more difficult to mine because, of course, the sand just wants to collapse on your head all the time. As, you know, sand probably does. Anyway, we'll continue rooting around in this desert, see what we can find, and I'll be back in a bit. Well, we found another trader on the far side of the desert. I'm just going to eat up this. I've been collecting flax as we go whenever I come across it, and I've got myself a little bit more flax twine and stuff like that. Hello. You're a furniture trader. Okay. Which, I mean, that would be nice. I haven't got 8 gears on me, so it doesn't really matter. But, well, we know there's a furniture trader here now, so that is a bonus. There's not anything obvious on the map that I can see. Obviously, this is, if we look here, this is where we set up our third waypoint. That was our second waypoint. I've kind of given up on that marking methodology. We have headed up this way. I don't know what to expect over there, but I think we're going to head back round through the desert towards that ruin and see what you know it's got to offer. I am keeping my eyes open for a cave which is not totally precipitous, and everyone I have come across so far has been more of a throw yourself into a giant hole in the ground, which would be of interest if death were not such a penalty. I've actually been thinking about how long I'm going to continue running this series for as well, because obviously we are on, I'm 15, so and I'm erring, as in I'm erring towards the possibility of episode 20. I'm going to try and get better resourcing and stuff, but to be honest, vanilla Vintage Story, in much the same way as vanilla Minecraft, is not my cup of tea. Not seeing anything significant down there. Don't want to throw myself just down every random hole that we come to. Well, who am I kidding? Of course I do. But yeah, so possibly another 5 episodes. We'll see how far we can progress this, or until I kick the bucket. That's actually quartz, is it? Peridotite. Just want to have a little... You have a little look just to see if there's any hidden ruins or anything poking around down there, because sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. And yeah, not seeing any signs of anything that makes me want to throw myself into that cave. But yeah, it's I think 20 episodes it'll be good, especially if I don't die. That means I could go meme it and I survived 100 days, but I don't know how many days I actually have survived. Again, this is vanilla, so I'm assuming standard months, and we're in, well, we've survived as many days as we've survived. There's no iffing or butting around that, is there? It's just a thing. Plus I feel dirty if I went that route. Right, what we got? 9 days and 7 days. Well, we're going to be eating you for starters. And I'm going to try and get to this ruin before nightfall. Can't be that far away. We're not. Really not seeing much else out here though. Yeah, suspicious, but I think it's probably just a geometric pattern that's, formed by random chance. Hello, Mr. Fishy. Yeah, so that's kind of my plan. It's a very loose plan. I will be totally honest. It's not heavily thought through. When I die, or when I probably should have broke that. Get the seeds while I'm at it. When I die, or when I get to episode 20, whichever happens first. Okay, it's a little bit of a bigger ruin than some of the other ones, but I bet it's not going to have a great deal in it, because they never do. Oh. No, can't get in that way. How do you get in? Oh, around here? No? Yes? Maybe? There? For an ore vessel. Or an ana vessel. Probably going to be coal. Yes, of course it is. It's always coal. And it's getting dark, so we need to do this. Right, where are we? We are here. Let's have a look at our map. We probably need to think about setting up for the night. That looks suspicious, but I don't think it is. I think it's just a thing. So from here we could push around this way and see what we can open up around here, because as much as the saying what goes up must come down is accurate, so is the saying what goes away must come back. In this instance, we do have to go back to our destination now. I could grab... See, these are not even full blocks, so I think we're going to struggle with our... But I could mine up. I've got room for a little bit more, so yeah, let me do some scavenging of bits. No, that's not going to be, and I'll be back in a bit. Or sooner. This appears to have an underground portion. Nice. What were you? What did I get then? Ilmenite. Oh wow, there's actually quite a lot of an underground portion. I'm going to need to start being choosy. You are food. That's just various ruin items. Interesting thought here. I'm wondering whether we could actually make a drifter farm that utilises webs as part of its mechanics, because they slow your walking down. So if I were to put these in at a suitable point, probably not worth the effort, but we'll Dimitri's notes. These are the advices of Dimitri Arvo regarding the natural philosophies of Cahill University. I cannot make sense of it myself. It irks me terribly. Lord Chamberlain False will be here within a month. No doubt he will carry with him the end of my erudition if I fail to provide him his answers. God, they do like big words, don't they? My only consolation here is that the other scholars have failed more bitterly than I. One of them, the older goutish fellow, caught fire to his laboratory trying to incinerate the black filth. As for me, I've been loath to even approach it, this excrement, whatever it may be. I catch myself on the edge of prudence whenever I investigate it. It seems to spread regardless of condition. No procedure I've tried can halt it. I vacillate between fury and flight. How should I kill it? What can I do to stop this? All the same, what can I do? Can it be stopped? What dreadful scourge is this? But enough of this. The dark substance haunts my thoughts, and I will not suffer its rule. The Lord Chamberlain will be here soon, and I intend to have results. New page. These are the findings of Dimitri Arvo regarding the natural order of Cahill University. That Falks boy. Falks? Interesting. Came to visit today. Troublesome. If it were my decision, I would have sent him on his way without even a glance in our library, but the rector would have none of it. It seems fear of the boy's father has spread throughout the academy. Unbelievable to think that an upstart sellsword who butchered his way into the nobility could startle and cow his betters into submission. Perhaps I should not be surprised. It is foolishness, however. The house of Ingmar Falks should never be welcomed into our institutions. We of the finer bloodline should not give way to the masses. They may win the Emperor's favour with conquered cities and burning fields, but we will always have his ear with our superior acumen and grace. It is a birthright we risk depriving ourselves of, should the low-born be I don't know. The law, I've never actually given as much, what's the word I'm looking for? As much in detail to as maybe I should, but these webs definitely I should give some thoughts to, because I think I think these could be a useful tool in our arm fight. Now, ilmenite goes to titanium. I don't think we have any particular use for titanium ingots, but it will create refractory bricks tier 3. I genuinely do not think we are going to be worrying about refractory bricks tier 3. It just seems somewhat unlikely that we're going to be in a position where, refractory bricks are going to be a consideration for us. So, I'll be happy. I'll be very surprised, but I'll be happy if we actually got as far as iron, to be honest. So that's this looks like it should have been the way up, perhaps through here. Somehow managed to avoid hurting myself in that lot. Anyway, we were harvesting conglomerates, so we'll we'll continue, and I will see you in the morning. Alright, we are a little bit further around. I have jumped in a couple of caves. Nothing really worthwhile reporting, so I didn't record. I've used quite a few arrows actually. These flint arrows don't last long. So we're definitely going to have to consider putting maybe copper arrowheads. Kind of reluctant to do bronze. I've got better uses for bronze. What are you? You are rye, I think. Rice seeds, they're probably not going to grow. Those are probably one of the most finicky seeds out there. Let me just mark a explored ruin there. But there is a big old desert over there, so that's my kind of place. And also it doesn't okay. Blue clay. So yeah, we'll continue on this direction, and we'll see what mischief we can get up over there. Get up to. The words, if they come out and you get them all together, they were great. They form these things called sentences. Yeah, I'll see you in a short while. Alright, sea light stones. Where are we? Here. Meteor. Again, I don't think we'll ever get to use it, but we found one. It may have been a big one, it may have been a small one. Certainly can't mine it, so let's not worry about it. However, what we can do something about is, if we look on the map, that up there is a big old ruin, and in fact you can see it. Now again, it's vanilla, it's not going to be a Better Ruins ruin. It's at best, there is, I mean, and has been a debate for a while on the Better Ruins mod, people saying it's too powerful. Yeah, no. I mean, an awful lot of what you get from the Better Ruins mods is not actually loot that you use to upscale your position. I mean, you've got to remember, Vintage Story is a game where your power is entirely based on the equipment you have. There is there's no leveling in it, which is, you know, kind of where the XRPG skills mod kind of put itself firmly in as the idea of a skills based mod that there's a little vessel up there, but I'm going to have to break in, aren't I? I can't see how else you were supposed to get in here. And then I suppose there's a big question mark. I've seen ruins like this. Is a farming vessel. I don't want to waste durability. We will have that for definite. Well, that all there was? I think it is, isn't it? Now again, the problem here is with the stability. Does this go down? Has it got a basement? I don't think it has. Can't see any indication that there is. Yeah, these ruins, Better Ruins, makes things way more interesting. And even just simple things like finding clothes, you know, they're not absolutely game breaking, but they do give you a little bit more, you know, because it's you have, not least of which, you have the excitement of finding things. But I just find the vanilla ruins somewhat lackluster. I mean, I suppose we could grab the well, what we do is we take you, convert you all over into that, and then I could grab bony soil, but I've not really been grabbing bony soil, and it's a R kind of thing. Yeah, or I'm not leaving. I mean, I've been collecting all of that. We could lose the polished conglomerate. It's not going to be useful for much. Maybe do that, and then we can hunt around for any more bony that's in the area, like that one. Gives me something to sift at home, doesn't it? It's keeps you out of trouble on a cold winter's night. So we just need to explore this. I think there was some bony back at the other thing as well, wasn't there? And then we'll get past the night and decide where we're going next. I'm inclined to push on a little bit, maybe even between episodes, just because this is definitely the hint of something hidden down here, and it's only a flint shovel, so it's not like there's a bit more bony soil, so we'll have that. That has got the chance of giving me copper arrowheads. I mean, you see how they jump at you? That's just bang out of order. Yeah, we got that. But nothing else. It doesn't seem to go any further down. I mean, there's a chance of maybe something under one of those, but no, I don't think so. Nope, I think that is a bust. So yeah, we probably need to think about spending the night in safety. Might be a little bit more bony soil there, maybe a little bit there. Let's have a look at the map from where we are. Big expanse of water there, so that would lend itself to exploring. We've got a hot pool over there. Not a great deal of use since they were nerfed and you can't reposition the water to make your thing. I'm going to guess that is just a red tree. I don't think that's going to be anything super exciting. That's just a gravel beach, almost certainly. So yeah, I don't think that's a tree, I think. You see patterns, but sometimes they are not actually there. Your eyes want to see things which are not there. That could be an interesting way to walk back home though. Come back down this way, so we can come in north of the thing there. And maybe we'll do that next episode. I think for the time being I am going to position myself up here. I'm going to get myself a nice little screenshot. And I think we'll call this one an episode. Until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you soon. Hope you had a really great Christmas, and I hope you're having an equally great Boxing Day. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye for now.